Aburu, Abuye, Abushishe. Today, I'd like to talk about something that has been stolen from our ancestral traditions, from our teachings, and has been co-opted by Western culture. But it's time for us to really dissect this important concept and understand how important it is to employ it in our life. And that is the idea that something that is in motion will stay in motion until it comes across something with an equal and opposite force. Something that is in motion will continue to stay in motion until it comes across something of an equal and opposite force. And it's so important for us to understand this. And this is actually a concept from Ifa, and a concept that has been taught to us by our ancestors. Our ancestors have taught us that when you put something in motion, there's nothing can stop it unless it comes against some type of blockage on its path. And it's so important to know and understand that when we put something in motion, we must next put our time and energy into removing anything that could be blocking or stopping it from manifesting. The things that could stop what we are putting in motion can come from our outside environment, and it could come from within inside of us as well. And it also could come from spiritual forces that we cannot see and we cannot hear, but that have a powerful impact in our life. First, we must start with those external factors that can keep us from being able to achieve what we have put into motion. Those things could be in the form of people. They could be in the form of actual boundaries as far as distance and time. Those things could be in the form of how we've organized our space, the things that we have in place that can either help to facilitate what we've put in motion or that can stop what we put in motion. Take stock of your environment. Look around at your day-to-day life and make sure that everything that you have in your life is in alignment with the things that you have put into motion, the things that you have started. If those things are not in alignment, then you must remove them, because the thing that can stop what you've put in motion is something that is blocking the path of an equal and opposite force. The other types of things that could be blocking us could be coming from our own mind, self-sabotage, our traumas, our fears, things that have happened in our past that we continue to keep alive by reliving them, by experiencing them over and over as we think about it and hold on to the feeling that it creates within inside of us. Those are the types of things that block us from being able to achieve what we've started. Remember that once we put something in motion, it will continue to stay in motion based on the laws of the universe. But our mind must not be something that can keep it from happening or keep it from staying in motion. We must go through our life with a fine-tooth comb, go through our mind, go through our experiences, and extract the things that are holding us back, the ways of thinking that are not in alignment with what we've put into motion, the fears that we have that are not in alignment with what we put into motion. Be very diligent. Write these things down. Examine what they are. Understand where they come from so that you can be able to pull them away from you. Go through the things in your mind. Look at what they are, and whatever you've put into motion, be sure that you don't have things that are equal and opposite to what you put into motion that exist within your mind. And then the spiritual things that are within this universe are very important. There are many spiritual things that we can't see, that we can't hear, but have a powerful impact in blocking us from being able to achieve what we put into motion. And the only way to be able to understand what those things are through the connection through our African spiritual practices, Ifa or Risha or whatever practice you have access to, that can do divination to let you know what are the spiritual forces that are holding you back, that are keeping you in bondage and not allowing you to achieve what you put into motion. But it all comes down to making sure that things are put into motion. It all comes down to making sure that what you want, you start. When we think of running, we have to think of the first step to running, which is walking. You can't walk without running. Before we walk, we have to take a step. If you've ever seen a baby go from crawling to walking, it's a very powerful thing. That baby will one day take one step forward, and from that point on, they will never go back to crawling again. Once that baby takes that step, and then another step, and then another step, then they will continue to walk for the rest of their life. It all starts with the step. We have to take the step. We have to engage and put the thing into motion, not allowing our fears or our doubts to take over, and making sure that we are able to allow everything that we do to be following up what we've started. If we go in a direction, then it's our responsibility to stay the course and continue to move in that direction. In order to fly, something has to take a running start. There must be some step that then allows those wings to spread. Every step, everything that we are doing is leading to something else. But in order for us to move forward in our destiny, we must take the steps. We must follow what we've put into motion, and we'll see the great things manifest. Don't fear. Go with great courage. Take the steps. Remove whatever could be holding you back. And remember, something that is in motion will continue to stay in motion until it comes across something with an equal or opposite force. Ashe.